Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be dissertating and talking about having a Taurus Sun and Taurus Ascendant in a natal chart. Now, when you have the same sun sign as the rising sign, the first thing I know is that there's no duplicity. And when I say this is that your outer demeanor, which is the rising sign, is merged with the sun sign, which is your inner self. And what you're projecting outwardly is the same as what's going on inside. So somebody that has Taurus Sun and Ascendant in their natal chart, there's going to be intensification of these characteristics associated with Taurus. This can make a person very exceptionally loyal, very steadfast, very determined, persistent, tenacious. At the same time, might be very dogmatic, might have such a very strong aversion to change or a very strong anathema to doing this. It could be somebody that could work for very long, protracted, sustained periods without, as far as on a project goes, where a lot of other signs may stop. Maybe give up to a certain degree. Taurus is the sign, maybe of all the signs, that sticks with a project through thick and thin, regardless of adversity or obstacles it may face. And when you look at somebody with a Taurus Sun and Taurus Ascendant, you're really getting that double dose of the Taurus energy. Now, Taurus rising in sun sign mix can also give a very demonstrative and sensual nature. And it could be a person that may be very strongly super economical, and a person that really is very prudent, very methodical, premeditative, likes to plot things out before embarking on tasks. And reality is, now we look at this, and what's important is that knowing what the sun sign is and what the rising sign represents. The sun sign represents our basic wants, and the rising sign or ascendant can be the method or manner in which one attains these wants. So a Taurus Sun basic wants can be possessions, income generated money, having stability in their life, peace and tranquility, and even a good, perhaps, love life, because it is ruled by Venus. Now, having Taurus rising as well, this person may be very deliberate, very methodical in attaining these things, and being very persistent and tenacious and doing things in the slow but steady manner in order to attain the things identified by the Taurus Sun. Now, a lot of this could still, there are some other things in a natal chart which impact this combination. Now, if let's say somebody has their Sun in Taurus conjunct their Ascendant in Taurus, let's say somebody has the Sun in Taurus at 2 degrees and their rising sign is Taurus 5 degrees. Well, you would get more, you would get even, I think, stronger intensification in terms of the inner and outer self merging. And this could be a person that could show a lot more self-assuredness, more fortitude than the typical Taurus Sun, Taurus Ascendant combination. Somebody that might have a lot of leadership prowess and ability as well. And now let's say in some very isolated cases, a person that with this combination could have a semi-sextile aspect made between their Sun in Taurus and Taurus Ascendant. Let's take somebody that has the Sun in Taurus at 0 degrees and their rising sign is 29 degrees Taurus, making a semi-sextile aspect. Well, this can give a more auspicious blending of the two. And even though they're already blended, being the same sign, they work even more harmoniously. Semi-sextile is, of course, is a minor aspect, but it could still be auspicious, but not as much as the major aspect, which is the sextile. Now, somebody with Taurus Sun and Taurus Ascendant would either have the Sun, in most cases, in the 12th house, in the 1st house, and then once in a while in the 2nd house. Now, if somebody has the Sun in Taurus in their 12th house, it could indicate that these hard-working, laborious tendencies may go into 12th house matters, might be hard work in solitude or seclusion. It could indicate even something with the metaphysical or spiritual work, and is where the Taurus sun energy is tied into. And we look at, if it's in the first house, this could make the person have have more endurance and even more energetic than the typical sun and Taurus rising combo. This could be somebody who has a lot of vitality, a lot of energy, very energetic, and somebody that likes to stand out among others. So you might see a slightly less reticent Taurus personality with the sun sign in the sun and Taurus in the first house. Now, if it's in the second house, this really intensifies the need for possessions and resources, and this could be somebody where you would even get almost like a stronger dose of Taurus energy, because the second house corresponds with the zodiac sign Taurus. And this is someone that might want to the sun in his house in a chart can represent the area in which we want to shine. And being in the second house, this could be a person that may want to shine in monetary matters and accumulating possessions. And really, as far as having this combination, it's obviously very resolute, can be very intractable, has a lot of determination, can have a lot of willpower, and often is the type to stay the course. But the thing is, if the person, say, has a mutable moon, for example, this could modify a little bit in terms of that, I guess you could say, that super resoluteness. And another example could be if somebody has a splash chart, but they have the sun and ascendant in Taurus. This could be somebody that has a little bit more diversified and has a little bit more variety in their life, so to speak, would be an example. So anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment for having the sun and ascendant in Taurus in your natal chart. And stay tuned next time, where I'll be dissertating and talking about having the sun in Taurus and Gemini ascendant in a natal chart. Two things I want to get with you on before I head out. Firstly, the stars may impel but do not compel. And secondly, never isolate any single astrological element, aspect, planetary placement, position, configuration, influence, or what have you, and make an analysis of a person, astrologically speaking, based on this alone. Because astrologically speaking, the person is the sum of all their components in their natal chart, and not just one. Until next time, people, stay well.